Seattle shipping port is empty. So is LA. It looks like that's the three main shipping ports on the West Coast. They are no longer getting international shipments. The last one is scheduled for tomorrow. This is going to have huge implications for our economy really quickly and also long term. We are probably going to face one of the biggest economic recessions we've seen in probably over a century. This is going to be really bad, especially with all of the migrant labor that we rely on now being gone. If farms can't harvest, if people can't ship things in and out, if truck drivers can't pick up deliveries, our entire system crashes. We are going to see food shortages, empty shelves, job losses, and even higher inflation with all these tariffs. It's going to be pretty crazy.
America is about to learn how good we actually used to have it. The ports are empty. Food isn't coming in. Goods are not coming in. Everyone who works in the shipping industry is saying we are about to face a crisis much bigger than the empty shelves during COVID. We have felt entitled in this country to freedom, to democracy, to human rights, to unlimited food and crap to buy.
I'm not really one to be alarmist, but I just saw our local port. Some of you know that I drive for Uber, and I had to drive past our port that's local to me. And usually it's filled, shipping container on top of shipping container, maybe 5 piled high, 5, somewhere around 5. I don't really know. Could be less, but a lot. And it's covered from one end of the yard to the other. And when I drove by it, there were three shipping containers, where usually there's at least 300 more.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So lots and lots of Americans are actually saying that the ports are currently empty and telling people to restock. Okay, if you have not restocked already, I don't know. I think somebody went to the supermarket to actually check out if that is true or not. And some of those supermarkets do not have some goods to actually restock in those shops. And that is a concern to so many people because lots of goods are no longer being shipped from China to the US because of the tariff. Well, I'm just going to let these videos roll. Then we come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Let's go watch. Then we come back with the commentary and credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
So what happens now? We are an enemy to China and we are no longer friends with Canada. I live at the port of LA and it's true. Everything's empty. The ships are not coming in. If anything, the ships that are out there right now, they've all stopped. Do you know how much dock workers make? They aren't getting jobs anymore. They are losing their jobs. These are the best jobs. These were the most secure jobs you could have in this area, and they are dying. And when the goods aren't coming in and the dock workers aren't working, then all the businesses around us and beyond are going to be affected. It's very upsetting when you do everything right, everything you're supposed to do, and yet we're still suffering. And it's not our faults. It's not our faults. It's the people up top. It's the government. It's the billionaires. It's the rich. You get what you voted for. And now what's going to happen is we're going to have a lot more angrier citizens. We are so used to getting what we want and getting it fast. So when you go to the store, do not yell at these workers. Do not scream. Do not complain. Go to your congressman.
The U.S. ports are empty, and that's obviously because of the tariffs. And so I'm just counting down the days till people start going crazy in the grocery stores. Like if the grocery stores are going to have less and less product because now everyone is aware that the ports are empty, meaning no product is coming in, so the shelves are going to start to, not be replenished. Yeah, people are going to start going in there and going crazy. Now, whether they buy the items in bulk and, do that whole thing, or they just grab the items and run the fuck out of the store, I don't know. But I'm not really blaming anyone regardless, because this is what the fuck happens. Like, the tariffs have literally caused the ports to be empty. If the ports are empty, let's just context clues, that must mean that there's not going to be anything to put on the shelves because there's nothing at the ports to collect, to take to the stores in order to stock the shelves with. There's nothing there. The U.S. ports are empty. Here the fuck we are. I don't know if I'm going to have to start growing shit and learning how to farm and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just seeing the pattern right now and it's not looking cute. Nothing in the U.S. ports, bitch. I think the people are about to go crazy in these stores. I really do.
when a lot of people came on the black app to tell people that this was going to happen, there will be a time when, they might actually not have something to restock because of this tariff. Lots of Maganots were also excited that these tariffs are being put in place. They keep saying, oh, give him time. He has plans for all of us. He's going to do better. Or we can just manage to pay more fees for our groceries and all of that. But what happens to when you have the money to actually pay for these things, but you're not able to access them? They're not in the supermarkets, you cannot see them. What then happens afterwards? Do they actually sit down to really think about this? Because that might be a time when you have money to buy these things, but you cannot find them because the stores have not been able to restock them because they are coming from a country that is being tariffed.
Want to know why the ports are empty? The US dollar is losing its value. That's why. I don't want to hear about fix your credit. I don't want to hear no lies about I made my side hustle made me $20,000. I make more money on my side hustle than I do doing my regular 9 to 5. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Do you have any eggs? Do you have any cows or goat in your backyard? Do you have any chickens? Right now is the best time to start utilizing our natural instincts. I am so fucking serious right now. If you know how to fish and hunt, you better do it. And if not, you better fucking learn. Don't know how to grow anything? You can buy a little grow kit off of Amazon. Y'all better start doing something. Because the ports are empty and the US dollar is losing its value. And eventually there's going to be famine. That's what it's gonna come down to, this to survival of the fittest. Either you know how to survive or you don't. Aesthetics don't help you survive, baby. These little neutral colored couches and damn pictures y'all got on the walls and the little tapping of the coffee cups and shit, that's not gonna do nothing for you in the next couple of weeks. Y'all better learn how to eat, and you better learn how to hunt, and you better learn how to grow some shit. And I'm not even gonna hold you. If you want to grow it, you better grow it now, because when it gets summertime, watch that heat be so hot that not even the plants and the fruits will be able to withstand it. I promise you that. The days of living the luxury lifestyle or portraying the lifestyle of luxury are over. It is time to learn how to survive out here in these streets. I'm dead ass. All right? I am so fucking serious. Get you a bread maker and start making you some bread. That's what you need to be doing, because shit is finna get real fast.
We don't have any international ships coming into the Seattle port, like at all. Same with San Francisco and LA, and it looks like the East Coast will be looking like that pretty soon after May 10th. So I wanted to give you guys a list of things to kind of buy incrementally over the next few weeks. We don't want to panic buy because we don't want to have another COVID toilet paper situation. So incrementally over the next few weeks, things that are imported that are really important to get, especially things that will keep a long time, are things like sugar, spices, cat food, dog food, paper products, baby supplies, so like wipes, diapers, formula is a big one. We'll also want to stock up on things like meat and dairy that you can either freeze or shelf stable dairy. Really good things to get right now are rice. Really good staple foods like beans and rice, because those are a complete protein. Those are always good for emergencies. And if you can, get an extra dose of your prescription medications, because we get so many medications from China. Also things like ibuprofen, cold medicine, those kind of basics, household items, cleaning supplies. A lot of that are things that we get from China as well. Also, if you don't have one yet, have a really good emergency kit with like a GPS satellite radio, with flashlights, with batteries, with battery solar packs kind of a thing, maps of the United States, things like that, bug out bag kind of gear. There's already huge blackouts in Europe right now. Multiple countries are completely blacked out and without cell service. So that should be something that's kind of on the back of people's minds that we should be low-key preparing for. But also think long-term. What are your long-term plans? Starting a garden, how are you going to make more self-sufficient systems? Not rely on paper products as much. Switch to cloth wipes, cloth towels. A lot of these things we don't need to rely on, and there are much more sustainable ways to go about doing our normal activities, if you will. And remember, shop local. Thrift stores exist. be smart with your money and make sure you are mindful about who is it going to. Is it going to the large 1% corporations that'll be fine through all this? Or is there a mom and pop option locally nearby you that they might be somebody who might go out of business because of all this shit that you can go support?
There are no more ships coming from China. Reports from Seattle, Oakland, Long Beach saying their ports are becoming empty. Very, very, very few goods are still arriving from China now, which means the trade war that Trump has enacted and the tariff plan is going to start working its way into our wallets. We're going to see a lot more empty shelves. There are going to be a lot more pricing on goods because we, as the biggest consumer against the biggest producer, will no longer be able to hold the supply that we want. Therefore, yeah, we're going to start seeing the trade war actually happen. Regardless if you voted for Trump, if you didn't, this will affect every single one of us. It has nothing to do with political notion, really. If this is what you voted for, you are about to reap what you sow. Trump has started a war with the biggest producer in the world as the biggest consumer in the world, so this will affect every single person living in America. Take out all the immigration issues, all the other bullshit that's happening with that administration. This is one of those. Gas prices, grocery prices will lower on day one. We're at day 100 something. It is not lowering, and I don't think it will in the nearby future. So stay safe out there.
Just imagine what happens when you can no longer have your baby supplies, your dairy, your your dog food, your cat food, like your pet food. You can no longer access all of those things. You cannot access your basic needs. When people were telling some of these maganots that most of the things that's being used in the country are being shipped from China, a lot of people didn't really take that to heart. They didn't see it as anything. They said, there's this sentence that somebody said one time, one of the maganots. He said, Americans do not need China. China needs Americans. And whenever they talk about that, it baffles me that these people do not understand that China has placed themselves in a particular level where they produce for every country in the world. Like, it's actually so hard for you to find a country that do not ship any item from China, because these guys are very good at that. Okay, they're very good at producing whatsoever, be it food, be it clothes, be it anything. They are very good at the production. Okay, they have the technical know-how, the manpower, the everything that they need to process them. They also have access to raw materials. Okay, even if some of those raw materials may not be in the country, they know where to get those raw materials and know what to use those raw materials to really do. So it's very important for these people to know, but they didn't really sit down to really understand if this is true or not, or just make a simple research. Just a Google search would have solved all of this problem. But no, what do you have to say for people who voted without understanding the meaning of tariffs? And right now the tariffs is upon them. They are now finding out that tariff is actually a tax, okay, that is placed on goods coming from those countries or from different countries. They did not understand that. Now it is hitting home, and some of them are furious about it, while you still see people who act as if they're actually not furious. Instead, they are feeling like, oh, it's one of those things that we have to all endure, and just watch the president do a better job that he is, employed to do. He has our best interest at heart. He knows what he wants to do. Okay, I think everybody should just give him that time. And now, guys, I don't know what your thoughts are, but the ports are going to go empty anytime soon. Okay, if he hasn't gone empty already, because there is no goods being shipped from China anymore. Instead, China has decided to start shipping some of the things that they need from other countries like Brazil and every other country that has those products. And even farmers in the US who ship maybe meat to China, some dairy products, they can no longer do that, like soybean and all that. They can no longer do that because China has decided to get those goods elsewhere because of the tariff that's been placed between them and the United States. Anyway, guys, it's up to you. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, okay? Are you team go and shop and keep in the house, or don't worry, this whole thing is going to pass. So let's just give it time. Okay, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I will really love to read from you. Okay, if you have not subscribed to my channel, this is the best time for you to hit that subscribe button, for you to keep seeing videos like this from me. Okay, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to be part of the family. Let's be friends. Okay, just hit that subscribe button. It is free to do that. Let's get to 30K this month. It's possible with you all by my side. Thank you so much guys for watching. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Bye guys.